Oh my goodness. You talk about stressed out. Freaking 8:30. The last 3 or 4 hours, I have been stressed out. Side job here, 2012. Chrysler 300, 3.6 liter. So, I did some rocker arms lifters on the driver's side for this lady about a year ago, and it come back with this side ticking. So she got me rockers and lifters. I put all them in. Started the thing up, misfiring on this whole passenger bank. It's like, oh crap, what did I do wrong? So I double checked wiring and pull the cam sensor and look down in there, and everything looks good. Then I'm talking, I was stressing out because these stinking engines are expensive, you know. I thought I was gonna have to freaking buy this lady an engine. I was like, I marked my stinking chain, marked my phasers here, my cam gears, and I was like, I know it didn't jump time. I know I did everything correctly. What is going on? So I did a compression test, pulled the valve cover back. First, I pulled the valve cover off and inspected everything. It all looked good. Looked down in through here at the intake valves, down in there, and cranked it over by hand with the ratchet. I was like, man, those valves look like they are really, they're open too far, you know? It's like, oh crap. And that even made me think that it jumped time, you know, like I did something wrong. It's like, man. So I had no compression, did a compression test, all 3 cylinders, no compression. Now I'm really freaking out, thinking that I bent the valves or something. So I got my old trusty endoscope out here, 3-camera endoscope. $69, I think, on Amazon. That was a heck of a buy. Didn't see no damage in there. Had the camera in every cylinder while cranking the engine over, looking at the valves. Didn't see no damage, like no valve contact, no valve and piston contact. So it all looked good. So like, man, I know it didn't freaking jump time. The only thing it could be is these freaking lifters or rocker arms that she got me are different. And there's a Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3. I was thinking, well, maybe she got Gen 3 rocker arms. So I take a rocker arm back out, just one, popped the cam up, took one out, and was looking at them, and you can tell that the angle's different, It's like, man. So then I started feeling a little better about it. All right, so I did rocker arms and lifters on this 2012 Chrysler 300. I got these two lined up on that side. Look at the difference. Look how high that is over here compared to that new one down there. That would definitely be holding that valve open. And I've got no compression on that whole bank. So I'm going to take these rockers back out, put the old ones back in, and see if this thing's got compression and will run right. This is crazy, bro. It's had me freaking out, but look at that. Look at the difference, bro. Well, I can see it with my eyeball anyways. Fingers crossed, that's what I'm gonna do. See what happens. And so I was thinking, well, that's just not letting the valves close all the way and therefore not building any compression. I'm talking these 3 cylinders had 0 compression. So I took all of the rockers and lifters. Now the lifters measure the same. Rockers, when you hold them up against each other, you can tell that they're different. So I don't know if they're Gen 3, I don't know what they are. Junk's what they are. So I put all the rockers and lifters back in. The only bad thing is, see that there? You're missing a freaking rocker arm. I cannot find one of the stinking rocker arms. So anyways, I cranked the engine over with it like this, with the old ones back in there minus that one, and I got compression back. I'm talking I had 0 compression. So I got compression. So now I feel even better about it. I thought I was going to have to buy this lady an engine. Now, I do not think that it did any damage to the valves or anything, but there's no guarantee. So I called the lady, and and I had at 4:30, because I was supposed to have her car back to her at 5. At 4:30, I called her and told her, it's like, man, I said, I'm sorry, but I cannot. I got it all done, all back together, and now this bank's misfiring. So I'm going to have to pull it apart and find out, what's going on. So that was a hard enough call to make. That was at 4:30. So it's 4 hours later. And I'm just now getting ready to go home. But so then I called her again after I confirmed that I did not do anything wrong, and that it was definitely the wrong parts. And I was like, where did you get these things from? Did you get them from the dealership? She said, no, I had a guy help me find them, and he ordered them off of Rock Auto. I was like, oh my goodness, girl. I said, you have no stinking idea how much stress I have had in the last 4 hours. I was like, I thought I was going to have to buy you an engine, This is going to cost her. This stress is going to cost her. For one thing, I've already did the job twice by having to put these lifters back in. And now, this is Saturday, so now we're just going to let it set till Monday, and she's going to go to the dealership and get the correct parts. But yeah, it's going to cost her a little extra. That stress probably took about 5 years off my life. These engines ain't cheap, and I thought I was going to have to get her an engine or pull the head, and, I didn't know. I was confident I didn't do anything wrong, and I told her, I said, I've looked in all 3 of your cylinders with an endoscope and checked your valves. I said, I think you're going to be fine just getting me the correct rockers. But, there's still a slight possibility that, because it was opening the valves too far and they was hanging open, there is a slight possibility that it could have damaged something. I said, I don't see no damage, and I don't think so, but it's possible. So anyways, I'm just ranting. I've been stressed out the last 4 hours, so I'm just doing a little rant here. But so hopefully, and I changed all of them without removing the phasers, without touching the timing chain or anything, so it can be done. But so Monday she's going to get me the right parts, and we'll see, but hopefully, and I believe that it's going to be all right. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great day.